Hey everybody, it's Ross and I'm excited about the day. I mean, how beautiful it is in Atlanta. It's May, it feels like an April spring day or maybe a crisp fall day. I'm on my roof, skyline behind me, beautiful scenery in the back. And I was thinking about this statement, silence is golden. Silence is golden. You've heard of the statement before. It's being silent speaks a lot of volume. And I was thinking about the passage in Matthew. You can read it for yourself. It was about Jesus before the governor. And the governor and the priest and all the Pharisees and the elders have accused Jesus of terrible crimes. And he was without sin. Imagine that. In word, thought, and deed, he never committed a sin. But he was accused of all these crimes, of treason, of blasphemy, and multiple other crimes. And the governor was there, Jesus was there, and the governor asked him a question. Are you the king of the Jews? And Jesus, throughout that passage of scripture, said, yes, I am. In other words, are you the promised Messiah? Are you the Son of the living God? And that was the question, and Jesus simply said, yes. That's all he did. And the governor prompted a response from Jesus, and he said, are you going to say anything else? And Jesus never said a word. Silence. Silence sometimes will speak volumes. If you're like me and your personality is where someone has accused you of doing something wrong and you know you have not done anything wrong, your first tendency, your natural man says, I'm going to defend myself. Have you ever been there? You probably have. Especially if you have a high, strong type A personality, you want to defend yourself. And so that's natural for us, and we need to do better, because sometimes silence speaks volumes. It's the best sermon you could ever preach in most cases. Jesus was the only one that's ever been born and lived on the earth that could defend himself and be justified because he was without sin. And he was silent. He remained silent. And one interesting thing about the passage in Matthew is Isaiah prophesied about this situation over 700 years before it happened. Somebody asked me the other day, well, do you believe the Bible is true? And I said, of course. And they said, why? There's lots of religious books out there from religious prophets, so on. And I said, well, the short answer is prophecy. And to enhance that answer would be fulfilled prophecy. Jesus stood before his shearers as a sheep is dumb. Sheep don't know that they're going to be slaughtered before they get slaughtered. They just get slaughtered. And they don't have a clue. So they just go about their business. Well, Isaiah said that Jesus would be like that lamb and say nothing. And that's an amazing meditation for me when people accuse me or accuse you and you want to lash out and defend yourself and do all that. It's sometimes silence, like Jesus did in front of the governor, is the best weapon you can have. So I wanted to encourage you, if you've been accused of doing something wrong and your tendency is to lash out and defend yourself and to do all that, do what Jesus did. Let God speak for you through the silence that he will give you the strength to do. It's an amazing, amazing spot to be in. So hopefully this message will help you about being silent. Is sometimes the best sermon you can ever preach. So hopefully this message will find you. It'll find you encouraged. Oh, by the way, the governor reached out to Jesus after Jesus just gave him a yes answer to the, are you the king of the Jews? And he says, you've been accused of all these crimes. Don't you want to defend yourself? Don't you want to say something on your behalf? Guess what happened? Jesus didn't say a word. Not one word. And he was the only one that could have surely defended himself and been justified in doing so. So hopefully this message, oh, by the way, his silence, it says in that passage of scripture in the Bible, Matthew 27, that the governor was amazed. Through the silence that Jesus did to the governor was amazed. He was marveled. So again, silence could be the best sermon, the best statement you could ever make is being silent when you know that you've done right and your accusers have said you've done wrong. So hopefully this message will find you somewhere. And if you've ever felt like that, it will encourage you to do what Jesus did, to remain silent even though your tendency is to defend yourself. So hopefully I'll see you somewhere. Maybe it's Atlanta, maybe it's some other city, maybe it's on Facebook. I almost have 500 videos of devotions, encouragement, food, fun, fellowship, food preparation, encouragement regarding nutrition and health. So I'm almost there to my 500th video on Facebook. So look me up on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter. So be silent. Silence is golden. Sometimes it can be the best sermon you can preach. Talk to you soon. May God always bless you, and always remember, do what you can, where you can, when you can, the best you can. God will never, ever let you down, even though sometimes you may have to remain silent. Take care.